Always, it's nice to see you. Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic, Compound Concentrates and Coffee. We are here. We're up. We're on the air. It's your SunDaze edition. How you doing out there? I hope you've had a good start to your day. Beautiful and sunny weather here. Dare I say gorgeous. We are looking at 60 degrees already on the grounds of the compound. 61% humidity. Winds have buzzed the station at 10 miles an hour. However, today, starting your week out right tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, going into nice long-range forecast. We've got beautiful sunny weather. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 70s. Now, we may have a storm coming in towards the end of the week. I'm going to watch it a little more on the Doppler before I really talk too much and say, oh, it's going this way, that way, or the other. But I'll let you know. Then, all the way to next SunDaze, well, I'm seeing 70s. I'm seeing sun. So, enjoy it. There we go. BioTrek, Austin Woodward, Shane Roberts, always kicking off Compound Concentrates and Coffee. Every single day, 7 days a week, we come to you. You have 2 to 3 shows a day, depending upon which ones you tune in. Hopefully you tune in on all of them. But if you don't, if you can only make 1 or 2 or even 1, that's cool. That's what we're here for. Remember, we do take requests here on CCNC as well. If you have an artist, a genre, or a song that we play, something within our catalogs every single day, let us know. Absolutely. All shifts take requests. Now, really quick, I'm looking over here. I had someone send me some news of, and that's your, well, sure. Okay, why not? Robots in the, a robot dog helps herd sheep in New Zealand. There's a U.S. engineering firm and a New Zealand software company which is testing out a robotic dog's ability to emulate its biological counterparts with a traditional canine task: herd sheep. So this robotics company, Rokos, is using Spot, real original, a robotic dog developed by Massachusetts-based Boston Dynamics, to herd sheep on this New Zealand farm. On New Zealand farms, so multiples. Now, Roscoe said its software allows Spot to be controlled remotely as it herds the sheep through sometimes difficult and even mountainous terrain. Now, quote, the age of autonomous robots is upon us. Roscoe's chief executive, David Iggs, said, our customers are augmenting their human workforces to automate physical processes that are often either dull, dirty, dangerous. Now, organizations can now design, schedule, and even manage inspection missions remotely. So, Boston Dynamics saying its partnership with this other company, allowing it to explore numerous possible applications for its robots. Now, they said, we're excited to see Rocos, I believe it is, ROCOS, Rocos, enabling key features for Spot and our industry partners. The industry applications we're exploring with Rocos will see this important technology create new efficiencies for businesses around the world. Interesting. Yeah. A robot dog out herding sheep. Again, robots are doing all sorts of different things. I've always been into technology. All right. There we go. Hunter dog. Instagram post, let people know we're here.
Killed somebody with a machete yesterday in Wilmington is now in Derby. That I think the state trooper that went flying past, they're searching the park.
Osbornedale?
That's it. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are in that park daily.
He's there.
I gotta get messages out to people.
Yeah, put that message out. He's there.
Speaking of messages, you wanna freaking laugh? I went up to the barn, I took photos of the old quad. I got, this is no joke, from the barn to here.
And you already got a message on it? 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
First come with money in hand, first serve.
There's somebody on their way right now. I legitimately have told everybody I have someone on the way right now. If they do not take, I will be notifying people in order of messages. Because people know, once you know what they're looking at, they're like, well, do you mind if I ask where I am in the line? And I'm like, well, honestly, I just answered number 31 and you're 25. And then I wrote it back. I was like, 32. So see, you just moved up in the queue. And a couple of them have laughed. They're like, legit, let me know, and I'll come there right now with cash in hand. It's a rare fucking ride. That's one of the reasons I took that years ago.
But yeah, that same car, Derby. I can't picture it off the top of my head. Like where
I've
it is.
taken you all there.
That's what I'm saying. I know I've been there, but I can't picture it in my
I
head.
took you all to Osbornedale Homestead first that day. We went in and we did the whole tour with the older woman. We went out in the back into the little garden area, and I pointed out where I found that. And there's no reason that this thing just showed up. It was an older piece of. Why are you doing that? An older piece of cloth from a woman's garment, but it was tied like a little, and it was just sitting. I found it right near where the sundial is.
Right.
Now, I even mentioned this to the woman inside. She kind of smiled, and she said, Miss Osbornedale used to like to sit out by the sundial all the time. So I thought it was kind of cute.
But yeah, I mean, it even came over as like, you know, the police warnings that come over the landlines and stuff.
And
I honestly think the state trooper that went, I don't know if you saw him when you were moving the bike up, but the state trooper that went flying down here, I think he might have been going there because Kira and I were out with Chase, and I even said that's a state cop flying down there, and that could be why.
Another person. Oh, okay, thanks. Serious buyer here. And another message legit just came in. It's like, again, not for nothing. I don't buy, I don't keep, I don't hold junk. The reason I grab something is because I know it's a rare piece, it's worth it, it's... It's 10:43.
I know something that's not there.
Where is...
But you heard about this guy, right? I mean, he killed somebody. He like literally hacked somebody's arm off with a machete.
I did. 1 second, everybody. You just heard Maggot Excuses, Austin Woodward with Zach Ledbetter. Before that was Hunter Dog, and the reason I played that was we were talking about a news of the woe already. A robotic dog that's being used over in New Zealand to herd sheep.
We're putting dogs out of work now?
This is actually in an area, you know, where you see some of the ones where it's really nasty, rocky, great for the sheep, but humans, dogs, people...
We're putting dogs out of work now?
So anyways, yeah, we are. Yep, you're retired. So, yeah, they've been using this one company partnered with a company over there, and they have this fully autonomous robotic dog that apparently has been working so well, it's been used in, like, multiple farms over in New Zealand.
Nice. And you tell him, I could have been a cop or I could have been a show dog. I had talented parents. Until somebody fucked up my life.
All right, we're going to go a little R&B and soul, a little Ruby Monfu, Make It Through.
It may be hard to do, but I'm gonna make it through. Yes, I'm telling the truth that I'm gonna make it through.
While we're sitting here talking.
I try to come to the back door, but it ain't welcome here no more. It may be hard to do, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it through. What I'm telling you, I'm gonna make it through. Yeah, I get lost sometimes, and it messes with my mind. I get my hopes set high, but then I
right, that was Make It Through. Again, Ruby Amon Fu, some R&B and soul. Now, I Don't Dance, number 2 in the R&B block. All right, I need to get over here. Wow. What's happening, John? How are you, Melissa? Nice to see you, Christopher. What's going on, YouTubers? What is the good word? How is your SunDaze?
Take a vacation, I got time to kill. Let me just start with a tray. Then we can go to the shop. Get a seat. Then we can go to the scotch. I can be it. It's getting hot. She grabbing on my shirt. She should have grabbed on my pants. I got too much money. I can't dance. I don't care what you say. I'm sitting here. I'm drinking my juice. I don't dance. So don't even bother. You can dance with no hands, but this here is red bottle. Over you my necklace. I gotta wash my back. I'm not reckless. I don't dance. So don't even bother. I can't dance. There's no chance. This Balenciaga. You looking like a clown with the sweat on your brow. Don't get it twisted. I can move, girl. I'm from the south. I can show you how I do. Pull up to the house. I got something for you if you wanna run this mouth. Let me chill out real quick. Cause shot it, kinda thin. Who the man? You with? Who cares? That's it. Dance make her dance. Like I'm Juicy J. Ring up on the head. Yeah, I don't care what you say. I'm sitting here, I'm drinking my juice. I don't dance, so don't even bother. You can dance with no hands, but this here is red bottle. Over you my necklace. I gotta wash my back, I'm not reckless. I don't dance, so don't even bother. I can't dance, there's no chance. This Balenciaga.
There you go. I Don't Dance. Nope, not doing that. That's slow. Slow's gotta go. We don't do slow on this show. With you, I rock. Otis McDonald. right. Now, once again, slow. I keep hitting that thing. Gonna jump down, gonna go over here. All I know, CC&C. I'm here every single day. Going on 3 years now. Still can't believe how fast 3 years has come up. Don Bayer, A Little Country.
Say goodbye 1,000 times. Everywhere I know how. I slammed in the door and I walked out. I've been cut so deep that I can't breathe. You can build me up in the night to my knees. And all I know is I just can't let you go. I just can't seem to choose. Oh, 'cause with or without you, I'm you. Oh, and I just can't seem to leave. Oh, 'cause you mean that much to me. You're the only one who can make me feel so low. And all I know is I just can't let you go. All my friends, they say I should just break free. Stop and see all you've done to me. But I'm just not strong enough. I'm not that tough. I'm so captured in this love I can't give up. And all I know is I just can't let you go. I just can't seem to choose. Oh, 'cause with or without you, I'm new. And I just can't seem to leave. Oh, 'cause you mean that much to me. You're the only one who can make me feel so low. And all I know is I just can't let you go. You're so hot, you're so cold, make it hard to say no. The only one like it that needs till I fall. You're so good, then so bad, make me happy, then sad. You're the best I've ever had. I just can't seem to. Oh, 'cause with or without you, I'm new. And I just can't seem to leave. Oh, 'cause you mean that much to me. You're the only one who can make me feel so low. And all I know is I just can't let you go. And all I know is I just can't let you go.
1 second, everybody. Plaid pants and apparel. I'm actually here. I can do that. Let me do that. Let me go over here. Here we go. Y'all know the deal. She gets her own theme song. We all have them now. I'll be right back.
Hello, beautiful. Good morning and happy SunDaze to all. Yes, this is my theme song. I always love this song. I don't know why. It's just got a wonderful vibe to it. For those who do not know, I am JC. This is JC's Power Hour. Sports talk and more. I say and more for multiple reasons. I mean, number one, I will talk about more. Number two, with the world the way it is right now, we don't have as much sports to talk about as we would like, but I will talk about what I can. I will do what I can, where I can, how I can to chit-chat and let y'all know how the world is going. And of course, for those who do not know, my co-host Chase with that face, who had a very wonderful little photo shoot with Mommy today. I'll post some of his pictures today. He's very photogenic. I just forget to bring the camera outside with us. I used to take a lot of pictures of his brother. It was a little easier because his brother, even when he could walk, was a lot more mellow. He just liked to sit and chill. This little rambunctious guy still has a ton of energy, which I'm grateful for because he is 11 years old. Being an 11-year-old pug and still having this much energy is a wonderful thing. He's nice and healthy. Right? And that is my theme song, Plaid Pants and Peril. I've always loved that song. Whoa. Forgot about that. We have an automatic thingamabob now. Stop. Have to manually stop this stuff. I don't do music the whole hour. Especially when sports are abound, I'd rather talk than, do music. Not that I don't like music, but, Well, I want to talk a whole bunch of different sports, and I want to talk about a whole bunch of different things. But one of the things I wish I didn't have to talk about. I do want to mention, and it really breaks my heart, professional wrestler Hana Kimura died the other day by her own hand at 22. And while technically they're going to list as a legality the cause of death, you know, suicide, she was bullied to death. And I've said this many times, and I cannot say it enough. People who put themselves in the spotlight at all, you know, to like this very minimal thing that I do an hour in a week, or, you know, to people who dedicate and their entire job and their entire life is in the spotlight. It is an absolutely horrendous thing for keyboard warriors to get behind their keyboards and think that they know the whole story behind people, and B, she was only 22, okay? Yes, she was a professional, but she was 22. Do you honestly think it is right to bully a young adult like that? Do you really think, are these assholes and trolls out there truly proud of themselves, of what they did, of the shockwaves that this put through not only her family and close friends, but her professional friends, acquaintances, those who knew her, her fans who knew her, all the experiences, all the life that she's never going to have now, because you guys thought you knew everything and you were so terrific and you were so fucking perfect that you felt the need to bully this kid. And you know what? I'm going to say it really open and raw. I not only know people who have been suicidal, I've been there. Okay? I have been there. One of the tattoos that I am going to get is the little semicolon on my wrist. And and I've said this before, and I've argued with people before, unless you have felt it, unless you know what that feeling feels like, don't you dare talk to somebody about it and say, just get over it. Oh, you're being selfish. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. You're not. You don't comprehend. It's not a matter of selfishness. It's a matter of pain. And it's a pain that you want to stop. And at that moment, you don't think it's ever going to stop. And you don't have anybody right there with you that minute to tell you, yes, it is going to stop. Yes, you are going to get better. You're going to continue. You're going to move on. That is the most important thing that you could say. Not get over it. Not you're being selfish. Talk to them what's hurting them. Talk to them what pain they're in. Help them realize that, yet, number one, don't ever think that somebody else's pain is more or less than yours. Because what is painful for one person may be nothing to another person. You know what? People have called me names for years. I've gotten to the point where I don't give a damn when you call me names. It actually amuses me now. But I've been there. And no, I didn't want to kill. When I wanted to kill myself, it was not for name calling. But I'm saying, you need to be there for people. And if you see somebody bullying somebody, open your mouth and say, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, it even made me question myself because, and I mentioned this when everything came out about Johnny Depp's ex and how she has been lying all this time, and a lot of us got on the internet and were like really pissed off. I questioned myself, was I bullying her? You know, and I'm gonna say there is a fine line between bullying and calling somebody out. What they did to Hannah was completely bullying. Completely bullying, completely being mean to her, completely being horrible to her.
So,
That didn't take long.
and I like it went to somebody who knew what they were looking at because he goes, I'm not even going to offer you anything on this. He goes, here's 500. And I might have one of the Harley carts sold to his dad.
Well then.
If that goes, I've done $1,420 in the last day and a half.
Good. You and your damn coffee, I ain't got no sodas.
Go ahead.
He's comfy.
As I said, if people don't just assume. There should be Pepsis in there.
Don't burp at me.
I heard that. Just don't take my stuff for granted. But yeah,
Dang.
you're welcome.
Now, as I was saying, I did question myself. I said, you know, was I being one of those keyboard warriors? Was I being an asshole? Because you second guess yourself. Uh-huh.
Come on, I had to do that. I had to. If I didn't, I wouldn't be me.
But in all the things that I said about his ex, I did want her fired from her job because he got fired for being lied about, and the truth is coming out about her. So yeah, I did want her fired from her job. I didn't say hurtful things to her, like, you know, things that were said to Hannah. I said that I called her a liar, absolutely, because it was proven that she was a liar, but I even questioned myself, should I even? And if nothing else, I think we should all look at ourselves. Make sure that what you do isn't hurtful, isn't over the top, isn't, you know, just be careful with what you do. And Asuka,
I'll be right back.
leaving again?
Well, I mean, I showed him the one golf cart and said that one for 200, or I have one inside for 300, and I just got a message. Well, can I see the picture of the one inside? Sure.
I saw that Asuka, who was friends with her, you know, obviously they're both from Japan, they're both into wrestling, you know. Asuka had moved on to the WWE. Hannah hadn't yet. You know, hadn't or had not been wrestling with the WWE right now. She was in Japan, hence the time difference. Asuka tried contacting people, you know, to get over there and help her. And ultimately, they were unsuccessful. I worry right now about Asuka and Kinsey, and I worry about how this is going to reverberate onto them and onto their friends. And, you know, a lot of us say this, and I do mean it. If any of my friends or even acquaintances, if you're being bullied and you need help, send me a message. Talk to me. Don't take what the bully is saying to heart. And you know, I heard with all the lockdowns right now, and you know, not going to school and stuff like that, and social distancing and stuff like that, I heard a friend of mine talking, and she was being, you know, she was being an absolutely good parent, and I'm not saying anything against her, but it made me think the way she worded it. You know, her kids are home right now, or you know, obviously they have been for weeks. Not being able to socialize, not being able to be with their friends, and of course, that's a big change. That's a big deal. And you know, so she's like, you know, she said, you know, I make sure that I talk with them even more, making sure they're okay, because they're not used to this kind of isolation, not having friends to talk to. And you know what? I like the fact that as a parent she's on top of that, and she's taking care of that. But it also makes me think on the other side, because I was on the other side, and I know people who are on the other side. People who are bullied and kids who are bullied and people who are picked on, this isolation right now, that's their norm. So anybody who doesn't see bullying as a problem, or doesn't stand up for their friends, or even the idiots who are bullies, if you're uncomfortable with this isolation, if you're uncomfortable not having people to talk to and stuff like that, that kid in your class who's bullied, this is what their normal feels like. This is what it's like for them all the time. Be more self-aware of your surroundings and your friends, and even if they're not your friends, the kids you go to school with, the people that you hang with. There's more at stake here. And I don't want to be, you know, this preachy person and, you know, just ramble on for an hour, and I'm not going to. But it is so important that people realize, you know, what you are doing. And I'm not saying, like, you know, little digs here and there, and picking on your friends, going back and forth, you know, that's a normal thing. But there are people who sit there with malicious intent, intentionally trying to hurt people, and that's what they were doing to Hannah. They were trying to mess with her. They were trying to hurt her feelings. They were trying to make her feel like crap. They were... What in the world do you see? What do you see, buddy? Something you saw up there. You okay? Okay. You saw something up there. You know, even if it's somebody on the internet, even if it's a grown-up woman, and she was a young woman, but she was a grown-up woman, she was a professional, if you see people harassing the hell out of her, call them out on it. Do what you can to stop it. Show the person who's being bullied that there, you know, that there is support there, that those idiots are not the norm. Don't just let them ramble away and She get nothing. I don't know. It's easy to say, oh, she could have gotten off of social media. She could have done this. She could have done that. She could have done. You know what? Yeah. But these people make a choice to be entertainers. These people make a choice to entertain us. And unfortunately, part of that goes the camera. And part of that nowadays goes social media. And those who aren't on social media, that's not the only place they get harassed, trust me. If you see it on social media, it's happening other places. It really is. And we don't know. None of you know because you're not her. You don't know where she was mentally. You don't know. Obviously, we do now, but beforehand, you don't know what this was doing to her. You don't know how badly this was hurting her. It is absolutely ridiculous that ridiculous bullying that has happened for decades. It hasn't gotten better. You think it's gotten better? It hasn't. It really hasn't. People sweeping it under the rug has gotten better. People saying it's not there has gotten better. People swearing that they're doing everything that they can to stop it. Saying it. Not doing it, saying it. That's gotten better. It hasn't. I've seen it personally. I've seen it in the news media. We've seen it in this tragedy. The only way it's going to change is twofold. You have to be aware not only of your surroundings, but what's going on with other people. And one of the biggest things I have said for the longest time, pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose your battles. Don't get a bug up your butt over something so silly and so stupid and so mundane so that everything else gets just shoved under the rug or just simply doesn't have time. Pick and choose your battle. And if you see something like this, I don't know if it would have helped. I don't know if it happened. I don't know, and none of us do. But maybe if for every bullying tweet she got 10 messages of love and you know, don't worry about the trolls, they're just assholes. However the hell you translate that into Japanese, but you know what I'm saying. If it just didn't go unchecked, if she knew it's gonna get better, maybe if she knew she would get past this, maybe if she knew how many other people were out there that you know wouldn't do this to her. She just wanted the pain to stop. She wasn't being selfish. She didn't want to be abused anymore. And I understand that. And she was only 22. Hey, Diddy.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, that's my head. So, again, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer for the entire hour, but it is an important message that has to get out there, and people have to just be more aware and be nice And honestly, if you don't like somebody on the internet, the best thing to do is to not give them any attention. I mean, if you really don't like them, don't follow them, don't do anything. But after something like that, I'm going to try to segue into sports. There is a lot of stuff going on. The the NFL games are starting to sell tickets. Like, some of the teams are starting to sell tickets. They're limiting sales in case, social distancing is still a thing. One of the interesting, why don't we call it a crossover? An interesting crossover. Morning, Linda. One of the interesting crossovers of two of my favorite sports, PGA golf and NFL football, is going on today. There is going to be a match. Said match has my absolute favorite, Tiger Woods, playing with, I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. I don't only like Steelers quarterbacks. Peyton Manning. Are teaming up against another one of my favorite golfers, Phil Mickelson. He's like a lot of times he's been like the bridesmaid of golf. Well, hello, Lori. How are you out there? He's teaming up with Tom Brady, of all people. I don't know why. Except for no other reason that, nobody could play. Nobody could do a lot of sports. So this is something they could do. But I believe this is going to be quite entertaining. I think it's going to be I really hope that we can hear a lot of the banter that goes on, because the four of them could be very entertaining, bantering back and forth. Especially, Peyton is just, I've always liked him. He can be a very silly guy. He has a great sense of humor. He always has. when he does the commercials he has a comedian's delivery. He really does. So I really think I really think that this is going to be fun and entertaining all at the same time. And not only that, they're doing it for a good cause. It's a charity event with, proceeds going to COVID relief efforts, wherever those things need to be done. And besides, it's golf. I love golf. Not everybody does. Not everybody has I don't know. I think I honestly think golf is an acquired taste. You know, if for nothing else, if people want to take a good nap on a Saturday or Sunday and you put a golf match on in the background, golf is perfect for a nap. Don't ever think it's not. Especially with a cool breeze coming in the window, you just lay on the couch and golf on there. And I'm somebody who has a very hard time sleeping during the day, and one of the few times I could actually take a nap if I want to is during there. Unless I'm sick. If I'm sick, I can fall asleep during the day. I'm just not a daytime napper. I don't know why. But, to each their own, I suppose. Speaking of humor, Peyton's Peyton's brother Eli has his own style of comedy. Not quite with the same delivery of his brother, but he actually finally got his own Twitter account. And of course, Twitter blew up. Holy crap, he's actually finally on Twitter. Even through his entire career, he never was. But now that he's retired, what the hell, I'll be on it. And of course, Brady gave him his own style of welcome onto Twitter, saying, you never show up until the fourth quarter anyway, which of course made plenty of people be able to be like, yeah, and when he shows up in the fourth quarter, he beats you not once but twice. So you can't tell me Brady's, as much as I dislike Brady, you can't tell me that he's not smart enough to know when he made that comment. He probably, right before he hit enter, he probably said something along the lines, and watched the Avalanche hit in 3, 2, 1. Because he knew. He's not dumb. Everything that he is, he's not dumb in that aspect. He knew what he was doing. And, again, he's playing the golf tournament today. He was doing, this was yesterday. If nothing else, he's smart and knows how to keep his name in the headlines. He's still an active NFL player. Whatever he's going to do whenever he does retire, he has absolutely no problem keeping his name in the media. And if anybody is good at, ignoring the haters, God knows it's him. And again, because he has haters and he has those who like him. And you have to, we all have haters. I don't think there's anybody on the planet that has 100% of the people liking them. There's always going to be, even if it's a small percentage. Some people are 50-50. Some people have more haters than likers. Some people have more likers than haters. But nobody has 100%. Even Mother Teresa had haters. I mean, It's just human nature, I suppose. Humans are assholes. I mean, let's be real. We are. We're assholes. I'm gonna admit it. You know who's perfect? Dogs. Dogs are perfect. Dogs just love. That's all they do. They're good like that. So if you're on Twitter, I'm on Twitter for multiple reasons. Number one, I try to promote my writing on there. Number two, I like Twitter because you could see tweets from actual celebrities, because one of the things about Twitter is they will verify it's actually this person, because there are so many fake accounts everywhere, especially when social media was new, back when you youngins were still too young for the computers. Little whippersnappers. But that's one of the things I always liked about Twitter is if you are a fan of somebody, you can't follow their verified account, and it's actually them talking. It's William Shatner on there, or it's Tiger Woods. Some of them aren't sitting there, with the actual phone in their hand doing the actual typing. They have people who do it, but when it's a verified account, usually the people will either say, I don't do this, I tell my staff to do it, or whatever. But I digress. If you're looking for entertainment on the internet, follow him. It's probably going to keep going. Interesting signing. I believe it was yesterday that they signed. Today's the 24th, right? I think it was yesterday they finalized the deal. The New York Jets signed Joe Flacco to a 1-year deal. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it's not like the Jets have a strong throwing game at this moment, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. And again, I'm not sure how much actual playtime he's gonna. I mean, God knows he's got the experience, and I think he still has the arm. Are you gonna put your eggs in his basket? I mean, is he now gonna be the front runner for the starting position? What are we doing here? It's very it's very difficult for any team when they're in whatever stage of rebuilding. And the Jets just haven't been a factor for quite the while. So the Jets were having other problems earlier in the week. They've reached an impasse with Jamal Adams as far as contract extension. So a lot of contract talks are not. I'm getting worried that we're gonna start seeing, even with the games up in limbo of how are we playing and where are we playing and why are we playing. I'm seeing a pattern. I mean, May is almost over. I mean, let's forget the COVID right now and go on to the timeline of the season. We're starting to do the thing again. I know. I hate it too. We're starting to do the thing again where teams are trying to settle the contracts and the contracts are not being settled properly, and we're going to start having what we did last year. And it's just I mean, last year Dak Prescott pushed it like past what I really feel should be a deadline. I mean, I don't think that these contract negotiations should be able to go past preseason, past the training camp. I really think there needs to be a harder deadline. And last year they only agreed to 1 year, and now it seems like he's doing the same crap all over again. And I really think Jerry Jones is a smart guy, but he's also a temperamental guy. And I think if this becomes an every year thing, we might see Dak in another uniform. And it's a big if, you have to find somebody, that you're comfortable putting your eggs in that basket. Now, have the Cowboys done that? What are we going to do now? Dak is young. He has, injuries aside, he could have a lot of years left in him. But right in his shadow, or not so much in his shadow, but right, let's, do the whole dramatic storytelling thing. Couple of lockers down in the locker room is Andy Dalton. Now, you start to say to yourself, okay, why'd they bring Dalton in? Did they bring him in as, an experienced backup because they could get him for X amount of money because he was let go? Did they bring him in because they wanted to I don't know if change up is the word that I'm looking for, or that they want to change the direction of the offense, of how they're going, or did they straight up want him? Is this their warning shot across the bow? If you don't settle down and sign the contract that we want you to sign, he'll play. And he'll play right now. He's signed and he's ready to go. He's locked and loaded. If Prescott ends up sitting on the bench, besides the obvious, his I don't want to say ranking, But I mean, technically, sure. If he sits on his bench, it's gonna hurt his ranking, but it's not gonna do very much for his, let's say, marketability. There's a word. There's a word. And if he is very unlucky, he being Prescott, if he is very unlucky, Andy will come in, settle into leading the Cowboys offense, and all of a sudden Dak is going to be looking around like, where the hell did everything go? So there's a little drama still going to be played out in Dallas. Don't be surprised by that at all, because that's definitely going to be a thing. Yes, Mama loves you. You don't have to do kissy face all the time. You could just sit. Yes, he's a good boy. There's another rule proposal for the NFL that, if approved, I'm not certain if it would take effect this year, but it looks like it's going to go forward. I think it has to basically be approved by a vote of the owners. It looks like it's gonna go though, and it would be creating new officiating positions, putting in a booth umpire and a senior technological advisor in each game, which my hope would be keeping each game consistent, because there have been weeks where, you know, this play in the Steelers game and the exact same play later on in the Bills game, Steelers get called this way, the Bills get called that way, and we're all looking at the TV like it's the exact same play. And, you know, one person got a penalty and one person didn't. And my hope would be, if they go forward with this, it will bring the consistency across the board, because that's the most important thing. You're not going to have, you know, good results with, you know, uneven officiating. So hopefully this would help. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, relax. Relax. You're the one sitting on my lap, so you're gonna have to, you know. Okay, fine, be that way. Now, granted, I don't talk hockey very much because I stay away from, I don't pretend to know more than I do. I mean, there's plenty of people who do that, pretend that they know everything. So you don't need me for that. But, the NHL board has approved a 24-team conference-based playoff format for a potential restart of this season this summer. So I know that's a big plus for those who are hockey fans. They haven't ironed all the wrinkles out yet, but they are basically, in a nutshell, they are working on something to give this season something to have. But it's a challenge for all the different sports venues. It is a definite challenge. Trying to ascertain what we're gonna do, trying to ascertain what kind of playing there's gonna be. Ugh. Trying to ascertain how many kisses you're gonna get from your pug today. I mean, unlimited seems to be, Leave us not forget, NASCAR is up and running, for those who enjoy that. Still, we are not normal, whatever normal is, but we are attempting. There is a race at Charlotte today. So, Ike! Sorry, getting beaten up on my dog over here. Just like the NHL, the MLB is still trying to work out their own schedule to try to salvage this year's season. They're talking. I mean, it is the end of May already. I mean, they're talking starting the 4th of July weekend, which is normally the halfway point, normally the All-Star break, to try to get half of, if they could start from there, they can, and if they play all the games from there, they can get half a season in. I'm sure they would make sure they would have to, go over the season and make sure that, the teams were kind of even as far as who they were playing. To not favor when you make up a huge season such as baseball, when you make it up all in advance, there are going to be clusters of where two teams play each other a lot and they don't play anybody at all. I would think that they would need to go over and change, or they might just go with what was there. I mean, There are season ticket holders. So we'll have to see what the we'll have to see what they plan to do. I mean, unfortunately, I'm sure probably the first few games, at least first games, might be limited seating or no seating. I mean, everybody's quick to talk about, you know, when money is talked about, everybody's quick to say things like, you know, oh, the teams could afford it and stuff like that. And I mean, sure, the you know teams are losing the money, but my concern is more everybody included with, you know, the teams and the home teams and stuff like that. The businesses that are attached. You know, when your town has a franchise team, any franchise team, be it, you know, baseball, football, you know, hockey, basketball, whatever, the venue makes money, obviously, but that doesn't all go to the owner of the team. There are businesses all around, all connected, that, you know, make money off of these things, and especially the smaller ones, they are losing money hand over fist. I mean, anywhere from, you know, the vendors who sell shirts, businesses around there, you know, the restaurants in the area. It's a big deal, and just hopefully we could really get everybody going, get everybody back on board, because it'll be nice once we can get normal. It will be. It's been an interesting road, and we're not at the end of the road yet, but we will be. I mean, we will get there. I have plenty of faith in that. But don't you all worry. I mean, we're coming close to the end of my hour, so I'm gonna close out the way I normally do. Especially in this day and age, especially after what happened to Hannah, I can't emphasize enough. I'm not so unrealistic as to say be nice to everybody, because there are people in your life that, you know, aren't nice to you. But I guess, you know, the easiest thing to say is just, even if they don't deserve your niceness, don't be evil back. Walk away. If everybody could just walk away and not get angry and not be mean, maybe that could also ricochet around the world. You know? Be good to those who deserve it. Be good to those in your circle. Again, keep in contact with family and friends who are definitely isolated in this time. Obviously, with social distancing, you can't go over, but you can call, you can FaceTime, you could write letters. The post office has been open through all of this, and we will continue to be. FedEx and UPS are doing their part as well. Not as good as us, but you know, they're there. Um, keep in mind also, tempers are short right now. You know, people are snapping at things they normally wouldn't snap at. So, not so much excuse it all, but just kind of remember where it's coming from. You know, let a lot of it roll off your back because it's not worth the argument. It really isn't. You know, it's just constant arguments are just going to bicker back and forth. Also, again, remember, once everybody who's out of work does go back to work, remember these guys who have been spoiled rotten with everybody home. They're going to act out. They're going to be little brats. Don't get mad with them. It's going to be an adjustment for them. They've really liked having everybody home. Except for cats. Cats are probably sick of everybody by now. Cats are probably like, why the hell are you people still here? Even the cats that like them. Cats are solitary animals, you know. They like to be pet and then they like to walk away. Whereas dogs like to spend, like, practically all their time with you. Cats are like, yeah, I've had enough of you. Go away. But, again, the weather's getting warmer. Even though you're home, no, oh, I got a hug. Even though you're home, try to, like, you know, if you have a backyard, definitely enjoy the backyard. If you don't have a backyard, even open the windows for a little bit. If you can, sit on the front stairs in the fresh air. Do get some fresh air. It's healthy for you. Unless you have asthma or something like that. Obviously, if you have a medical condition that tells you you have to stay in the house, stay in the house. I'm talking under other circumstances where you can. If you can, even if you walk circles around your house or walk around the block, try to get some exercise, especially if you're used to being out and now you've been in the house for X amount of time. Try to do something. I mean, if you have a treadmill, by all means, hop on that thing. If you don't, even if you walk circles around your yard, just so much as you're using. The point of the walk isn't to get anywhere. The point of the walk is to get your muscles moving. Stretching exercises are really gentle and they're really good, right? Especially right now when you're not getting a lot of outside exercise. And if you're clumsy like me and you're doing yard work, be careful and do not let the saw that you're using slip and cut your hand and finger, because I only cut one ring. Well, as bad as I cut it yesterday, only once. Oh, I slip and saw a lot, but I mean, to where I cut myself? Near misses. We don't talk about near misses. I mean, near misses are silly. But anywho, I know there are people out there. I know you're stalking me. You're probably waiting for the big guy to come back. And he will. He just likes, to make you people suffer with me, so that way you really appreciate it when he comes back.
No, actually, I just found out I'm already starting my Monday making money too. The person who bought the quad, golf cards.
Cool. So, say goodbye, Chase. Bye bye. This isn't saying goodbye. This is giving you kisses. Ugh. I love you too. I do hope you have enjoyed my ramblings. I do hope by next week we are 1 week closer to having a normal life. 1 week closer to being able to go out to eat. 1 week closer to being, and to do it safely. Safety is important, but eventually we're gonna get there. Oh, and for the love of God, I mean, if you look on my page, there's a video from a Walmart in my hometown. I mean, look, there are rules, okay? And these rules aren't even set up by the stores. They're set up by the different states. If the store is only allowed to let like 200 people in, for a round number, because I don't know the number. If you're 205 and they say you have to wait, just shut up and wait.
Or go to a different store if you're that,
Seriously, if the line is too long and you don't want to wait, go to another store. Do not be an asshole and get into a fight with this poor guy who's probably making minimum wage or barely above, who's just trying to support the damn rules, because that's what his job is, and get into a fucking fight with these guys and like beat the hell out of them because you have to get into Walmart to buy whatever the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you got someplace
Stop
yesterday. That person got in the back of a police car.
Yeah, I don't think that's where. And honestly, if you're that stupid and you get arrested right now, you may be sitting in a holding cell for a hell of a lot longer than you normally
you're
would.
Gonna be there for a long
Because the
time.
courts aren't open for piddly shit.
No, courts are barely open.
And if honestly, if you are assholes and the cops want to, you could sit in a holding cell for like a week, 10 days right now. So don't do anything stupid. Okay? And especially if the cops come, don't take a swing at the cops for the love of all that's holy. What? There are some idiots out there.
Oh, remember I told you I needed to contact my friend because I have a buddy of mine that really does go to Osbornedale a lot.
Yeah.
He didn't hear about it, and he was legit on his way to go there.
I'm glad he didn't go.
So.
I'm glad I told you.
Yeah, he even said I was going to go to Osbornedale, but.
But perhaps not.
Well, no, he wrote up, but I decided to smoke it out with a friend of mine instead.
I haven't heard anything.
See that? Cannabis does save lives.
I haven't heard of any updates yet of them catching the guy, so.
Well, he was saying that he was catching it on the news. It's like news outlets are starting to talk about it.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like stupidly heavy police presence.
Oh man, I gotta. Wow.
I really.
She has to bring the resolution on my screen. She like makes the size bigger so she can see, and I sit down and I can't even read it. That's just so.
How could you not read it because it's too big? That doesn't.
It's at 170%. It's like. Go down. I don't. It's weird that I'm getting yelled at by text. I mean, like legit. What's up, everybody? How we doing out there, Facebookers? What is the good word, YouTubers? Wow, 190. Sorry, not 170. How's things? I hope everyone has had a good start to their SunDaze so far. I've had a great start to my morning. People heard me saying it before. I even put it on my Facebook page. Made $500 getting out of bed today, and I've already been fair warned the same person is coming back tomorrow to buy the Harley golf cart. So, that works. So what's happening with you? What is the good word? Let's get some music going over here, by the way. How about we start a little Nico Fuzz, little Barbasauce, little R&B and Soul, a tune called Mercury. What's a good word? Let's see. We got Linda over there at Facebook, Laura over there at Facebook, Scott over there at Facebook, Chad over there at Facebook, Chad squared, by the way. We have Mitchell over there at Facebook. YouTubers, according to the real-time analytics, 7 of you. Hi. Facebookers, let's see, real-time analytics says there is 4 of you. Now, that tune was called Mercury. Whoop, I hit that thing. That was Mercury again from Nico Fuzz and Barbasauce. I'm going to drop onto a little Tin Pot Despot, little Lyle Workman. What's up, Darren? How are you? Thanks for joining us on Facebook. Go. Tin Pot Despot, Lyle Workman. All right, let's get over. You know what? Little global genius. Global Genius, a little R&B and soul, that tune called Too Funky. Now, speaking of funk, how about a little funk-a-junk? Excuse me. That was called Funkajunk. Brent Bourgeois. Now, I'm going to do one more in the funk. Little funk up the Zambezi. Alrighty. Doop, 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 doop. That's a slow song. We don't do slow on this show. Again, this show being Compound Concentrates and Coffee. Sunday. It is May 24th. Man. Absolutely incredible outside. I'm just listening to the birds chirp right outside all the windows that are open. 65 degrees, 60% humidity, 7-mile-an-hour winds. Beautiful weather. You are going to have this for days. Days. Enjoy it. Seriously, get outside. Now, I'm going to jump over here. I had a request for some Nico Fuzz. No problem. So Cold, we'll start it out with.
She said it kept her warm.
What you're hearing right now, it's called Hometown. Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Good afternoon.
Everybody on the line running, face off with the team that I hated. Everything about them overrated. I remember balling in the basement, but it's true, despite the lack of education, I was patient, I still made it. Ran with the ball on my own, pitted on this path and I'm gone. Taking my whole pack to the throne. When they want the best, start giving, conquering the rest, start winning. This is for my hometown, this is for my hometown. My heart is on the line, I feel it, give it all I got in my spirit. This is for my hometown, this is for my hometown.
Cheers for the home team. Live stream. I scream for the winner. Gonna tear you up. Make mincemeat out of your team. Cause we're real mean. Practice a lot. Self-taught. Never caught with our pants down. Cause this town loves football. Cause you know the rules. Other team fools. Bring home a trophy to the mess hall.
They wanna bring the press, I ain't slowing. Throwing out the pass and I'm flowing. It's coming from the chest and I'm blowing. Everybody on the line running. Face off with the team that I hated. Everything about them overrated. I remember balling in the basement, but it's true, despite the lack of education, I was patient, I still made it. Ran with the ball on my own. Pitted on this path and I'm gone. Taking my whole pack to the throne. You know there's a riot team. There's nothing in this life for free. Either there's a back to the streets. My team will represent for me. Run it, hold it, pass it, throw it, give it, everything you got it. Never forget what you're made of. You are stronger, better, greater. Win it, take it to the limit. Do it, order, wave it, children. There's no stopping till the limit. Now tell me what you gon' do. For your hometown, for your home. Do it for your hometown, for your home. When they want the best, start giving, conquering the rest, start winning. This is for my hometown, this is for my hometown. My heart is on the line, I feel it, give it all I got in my spirit. This is for my hometown, this is for my hometown.
There you go. Once again, Nico, Fuzz, and Barbasauce. That tune is called Hometown. How about Let's Go Ride? Nico, Fuzz, Barbasauce. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. You know that. She doesn't mind. She understands we all live this thing called life, right? We all have stuff we have to do.
On the endless credit line, yeah. Call me Kevin Federline, I'm outrageous. It's like we pitching for the majors. I got the hooks that make you singing for the ages. We in the pack, on the inner track. I hit the apex with the flow to be contagious. Hold me up, mama, kiss me now. Lion King to the rest, better take a bow. Yeah, that's how we live, let's go get it now. Grab your truck, let's go riding. Follow back, hold your hands, let's go riding. Bring us up from the promised land. The slip sliding.
Hey, I see my beautiful over there. Hi.
Might be a sign to move out of California. I'm so bored with ya. So hop in the back of my Jeep with its four-wheel drive. Gonna keep it alive. Gonna make some time to go further. Grab your truck, let's go riding. Follow back, hold your hands, let's go riding. Grab your truck, let's go riding. Follow back, hold your hands, let's go riding. Grab your truck, let's go riding. Follow back, hold your hands, let's go riding.
You're gonna ride that truck and ride into the sunset. Maybe tomorrow never gonna come. Marshmallows on the ground, get some. Ghost Star Wheeze and a cotton rum. Let's go ride and get some. Let's go ride and get some.
Another Nico, a request. It's called Classic. Haha. Hey, it's all good, right? Fuck, I say there's not enough hours in a day, and I'm awake 19 of them.
She's kinda like a rainbow. I've never met her equal today. Oh, she'll grab you like an eagle. That look should be illegal to me. Oh, so I say, hey, yo. It's been a long time, I know. But she's still the best one ever to me. And I say, hey, yo. It's been a long time, I know. But she's still the best one ever to me. She's so classic. 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 Yeah, like a tall glass of rosé. Yeah, like a painting by Monet. Yeah, like a picture perfect day. Finer than chocolate souffle. Golden sunshine with the rays. Yeah, shining right in front of me. What? So clutch like a new body. Yeah, I will have no other way. Hey, yo. It's been a long time, I know. But she's still the best one ever to me. And I say, hey, yo. It's been a long time,
classic. This is called Thumpin'. A little bit of pop, little Nico and Barbara sauce. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, I'm just going to go drop some stuff in the toaster. I'll be right back.
From the depths of our hearts we climb high, screaming at the top of our lungs. It's coming down to the wire. Done with all the running, been a long time coming. Climbing up this mountain, we gon' make it to the summit. Hearts and our chest pumping, fists in the air drumming. Taller than a giant, man, we coming and we thumping. Done with all the running, been a long time coming. Climbing up this mountain, we gon' make it to the summit. Hearts and our chest pumping, fists in the air drumming. Taller than a giant, man, we coming and we thumping. From the depths of our hearts we climb high, screaming at the top of our lungs. It's coming down to the wire. Done with all the running, been a long time coming. Climbing up this mountain, we gon' make it to the summit. Hearts and our chest pumping, fists in the air drumming. Taller than a giant, man, we
There we are.
thumping. Done with all the running, been a long time coming. Climbing up this mountain, we gon' make it to the summit. Hearts and our chest pumping, fists in the air drumming. Taller than a giant, man, we coming and we thumping.
There you go, Thumpin'. This is inadequate. It is the lost System of a Down track. adequate. That is the Lost System of a Down track. Nico Fuzz Barber Sauce right there. Gonna jump out of here, jump over here. I had some people asking for some Dig Infinity. I like the way you think. There we go. We'll start it out with Tarantula. Something better. Some more Dig Infinity.
It's gonna be the first time that you were ever
What's up, kitty? All right, that was something better. A little Dig Infinity for you on this SunDaze edition of CC&C. No. That is true. That is true. Where you are at, it is actually Monday morning. But I'm doing well. Things are good. Things are good. Absolutely gorgeous out here. I cannot complain. Family is great. Thank you. Family is doing great. Little woman was sitting here for an hour doing her thing, doing her show. Every Sunday she does her power hour. Now, I had some requests for some hip hop. I've got some tracks to get to. We're going to start out this block, Secret Agent 23 Skidoo, tune called Broken. And I'm emphasizing it that way for a reason. It's spelt BAROQUE apostrophe N. Wow, 80 degrees there in Oregon, huh? Very nice. Yeah, I didn't think you'd mind hearing some hip-hop over there. Once again, always good to see my pussy monster out there. And yes, that's what she goes by. Representing worldwide weed. Always nice, a good cup of organic, for sure. Wow, I can't believe we're coming up on almost 2.5 hours already today. All right, there you go. Again, that track was called Broken. Coming to you, Secret Agent 23 Skidoo. Go to secretagent23skidoo.com. Check them out. That's fantastic. Well, fantastic. Thank you, YouTubers and Facebookers. But also, that's ridiculous that Facebook blocked you in jail for that. It really is. All right, here we go. Lady Jasmine, one of the new ones in our mix. Tune's called King. And thank you. I do appreciate that. But I'm not the only one here Didn't want to laugh. Really, Facebook? I'm not the only one here who does what he does on CC&C, so much love from us all. Myself, the little woman. You got Liz doing her thing 3 times a week now. Dark Star.
It's always the current faces that wanna act froggy. You can have my sloppy seconds looking kinda soggy. Pardon me, no dolly. Go and sit on the throne, and I go and sit on the throne, and I throw away 'cause it's time for a queen. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me. Go and sit on the throne, and I go and sit on the throne, and I throw away 'cause it's time for a queen. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me king. Pull up black truck just to let you know. I felt my wrist, now my wrist on froze. Walk in the room and I made it glow. 2 or 3 shots and I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm a little drunk, but I'm good to go. Higher than a queen, but crown me king. It's on to the money and the finer things. Real flashy like a diamond ring. And I'm on the top, but it make me scream. I'm on the top, but it make me scream. Said I'm on the top, but it make me scream. I can be tame, gotta buy me things. My wrist on the floor from the way it seems. I'm so fly, theme park away. I just put it on my wrist and it's drawn a day. Go and sit on the throne, and I go and sit on the throne, and I throw away 'cause it's time for a queen. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me. Go and sit on the throne, and I go and sit on the throne, and I throw away 'cause it's time for a queen. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me king. I'm tipsy, I'm tipsy. What was I thinking? 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 Go and sit on the throne, and I go and sit on the throne, and I throw away 'cause it's time for a queen. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me. Go and sit on the throne, and I go and sit on the throne, and I throw away 'cause it's time for a queen. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me king. Go with the way 'cause you're crowning me king.
All right, there you go. Again, that tune was called King. The artist, Lady Jasmine. Now, let me go on down here. I have some more coming for you. We had Secret Agent 23 Skidoo, Lady Jasmine. Here's a little Golden Braid Productions tune called Juicy. You too. juicy. Now, let me get one last one in this block out for you. Gonna go with the artist Vibe Yard, one of the brand new ones in our collection. Los Angeles-based collective of veteran musicians, composers, and producers, all whom are dedicated to the furtherance of the funk. Gotta love it. It's called Rules. This features Lacan.
I'm a child of G's and Bun B, of Confight to Big L and Dre 3. Hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Said hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Child of the Riz and Starsky, of Pop J5 and the Don B.I.G. Hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Said hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. I'm a child of the Woodward Marquee, of Rakim, Snoop, Ice Cube, and Ice T. Hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Said hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Look. Rules don't apply to those who quit. Pieces of art that would eventually change the face of industry-related media. Exposed in the face of the masses can tell what's real and be able to choose a fate. Better than last, regular cats cannot relate. Never is down, blessing the fam with heavy eights. Rhythm is strong, memory long like in the state. When the beat drops, I can't call on single takes. No need for a hook when I'm on one. See you walk head to the vibe in the long run. When the G lace in the beat like I'm Don Juan. This verse ain't for the weak, it's for the strong ones. Looking for something better to clutch. I reconstruct with a single stroke of the brush. My mental pose got them intellectual stuck on what my flow can do with just a touch. They're wondering how, what, and when I'll strike. Got folks full shook with my pen, telling me I can't do what I do. When I wreck fools, I come through without hands. Breathe. You better breathe. Breathe. Yeah. I'm a child of the G's and Bun B, of Confight to Big L and Dre 3. Hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Said hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Child of the Riz and Starsky, of Pop J5 and the Don B.I.G. Hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Said hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. I'm a child of the Woodward Marquee, of Rakim, Snoop, Ice Cube, and Ice T. Hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me. Said hip hop, funk, and soul don't raise me.
There you go. That was Rules. Again, the artist Vibe Yard featuring Lacan. Now, just gonna load up some music. Monkey's gonna jump down. You know the routine after I eat, everybody. I have to go brush my teeth. I just feel grubby if I don't. However, when I return, trivia. I'll pose a question or two. If you have answers, we follow through. It's all good. Let's do To the Wind. Nope, that's slow. Like I Do, Mika Lett, some R&B and soul.
All day, all night.
You know the routine, though. I can and do monitor chats from where I'm at.
Yeah. Did you change your mind? Now you caught up, you got another boo. Boy, you've been missing in action. Go ahead, do your thing, I ain't tripping. Fuck out my face, I ain't waiting. Done with the games, no more talking. I know she can't do it like I do. The way I throw it back, hey, scream it like a fool. Yeah. Hate that I gave my love to you. You don't wanna act right, so I gotta make a move. Baby, I'm done, yeah. Why you never told me? Why you never showed me how a real man treats a woman? Nah.
I will be back, all.
Now you're acting kinda shady. I used to be
So dig your grave, and we'll sing along, just like we did back when we were young. I just wanted to say goodbye, goodbye. Never used to look like this, with your head down, just up and dancing around. You're nothing like the girl I missed. And you've been away for a while, don't look the same with a smile. I've been thinking now that I brought you down. I was a little before you grow up. It's time for you can do better than me. You can do better. You can do better. I'm not good for you. You can do better than me. You can do better. You can do better than me. Catching up was far from easy. You said I looked happy. I didn't correct you. You said that you were glad to see me. You look so much better than the day that I met you. I've been thinking now that I brought you down. I was a little before you grow up. It's time for you can do better than me. You can do better. You can do better. I'm not good for you. You can do
Good job, monkey. There we go. What's up, everybody?
I'm sick of these feelings. But it ain't easy. Looking for meaning, something we're healing all the time. Now my heart's broken. Door never closing. Lost in an ocean, sinking faster in my mind. Come get it, big boy. I'll admit it, I've been a playboy. Got a real big cowboy. I'm stuck on making my choice. Play so loud, making that noise. Everybody acting like a schizoid. Make 'em rain down like an asteroid. I'm the div when I gig on that man, everything goes. I remember tears rolling down my face. Memories of when she gave a warm embrace. Cross my heart, I'll take your secrets to the grave. Take your secrets to the grave. Take your secrets to the grave. What I see when I look up to the sky. So many questions and all I ask is why. Now you're gonna try to hold my head up high. Try to hold my head up high. But never say goodbye.
All right. Clicking that button on trivia, I'll have a question or two. We'll see what happens.
Take a drink of water, minuscule flutter. Didn't mean to step out your hands. That is the plan. But wait for the weather to get cold again. Maybe say what? Or maybe make it feel so good. If you wanna say I banana bread pays off, you must
All right, if let's go. As it slows down. What city does the Giants baseball team hail? Got my phone. 1 second. Good, and that tune, Goodbye, Nico Fuzz and Barbasauce, a little pop. You had stuff from Cy Coonan in there, Jenna Bell, Sleeping Lion, even Airlands. How about a little Austin Woodward, a little Zach Ledbetter? This tune's called Magnolia. Once again, the first question was, what city does the Giants baseball team hail? However, who can tell me, what's further north, Miami or Orlando? Magnolia, Austin Woodward, and Zach Ledbetter. Again, you're chilling with me, the Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic, right here on CC&C, Compound Concentrates and Coffee. Hanging out with you, well, we're 7 days a week, 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah. Let me see really quick. I'm looking to see if I can find your request. All right, there you go. Golden Braid Productions Risk Reward. Yes, another one of the Austin Woodward projects. Excuse me. Risk Reward. Golden Braid Productions, another one of the many projects that Austin does. Austin Woodward, man. He does. He stays very busy. Very busy. 1:36. Man, where is this day going? Let's see. Go on down, go over to the country. All right, I have He Knows. I've got She Said. And we have 2 other tracks for a country block.
Can't he see that I'm moving on? And the same feelings that I had are gone.
like I said, I'm going to be doing you She Said, which is a Ryan Roberts tune. That Ryan Roberts, for those who know, yes. When you hear it, you listen to the lyrics, you're going to go, ooh, wow, this sounds pretty hard. Like, it unfortunately is a real, legit thing he went through. And he himself talks about it. He says, well, it took 10 years, a half a bottle, and being locked down with nothing but time on my hands. And this song came out. It's called She Said.
Just another day. Feels like yesterday. But it's been 4 weeks since I heard the words I never thought I'd hear her say. I think it best to sit down, she said.
I don't think so.
It's just not working out, she said. I feel like I'm drowning, she said. Then I hung my head. Then she said, I don't want this life. I don't love you anymore. I got my things packed up in suitcases right there beside the door. Oh, I loved you once. Yeah, you were the one that I adore. I don't want this life. I don't love you anymore. Tried to beg, tried to plead, even got down on my knees. Whatever it is, we can fix it. Whatever it is, I can change. I think it best to sit down, she said. It's just not working out, she said. I feel like I'm drowning, she said. Then I hung my head. Then she said, I don't want this life. I don't love you anymore. There was a burning flame between us that's not burning anymore. And though I wish you would just can't be like before. I don't want this life. No, I just don't love you anymore.
There you go. So, we'll jump over here. I have two more for you in the countryside. We'll have some reggae and some other things coming your way. There you go. Johnny Hewlin, Just to Go.
Reasons why, a million reasons you should stay the night. So why you currently trying to pick a fight? I'm starting to see you in a different light.
Give me 1 second, everybody.
I know this life can get you down. I know this world can spin you around just a little too fast. Yeah, a little too fast. Everybody's in such a rush, pushing and shoving their way to the top. Just don't back down. Yeah, just don't back down. I know you're feeling lost right now. Don't let the shadows guide your way. When you think you're out of answers and you're questioning the pain, just hold on for one more day. All your fears will fade away. So hold on, the sun will rise tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, baby, hold on to what you are. You're a big, bright, shining star. So hold on and sing a brand new song. Yeah, yeah, baby, hold on.
Well, alrighty, Facebook. Gotta love when they do that. There it goes. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe. No. All right, here we go. We'll try something else.
Yeah, well, hey girl, what do you say we just get crazy? Top this gas tank off and blow this tab.
And Johnny Hewlin right there. That tune was Reckless. Gonna jump it on down here. Gonna take a look at a couple things though in between these tracks and the next. Some on this day in music history, and I do believe I saw news of the email come in. On this day in music history. And I was right, there is a couple of news of in there. May 24th in 1956 saw the first Eurovision Song Contest held in Lugano, Switzerland. The event, the brainchild of Marcel Bascone of the European Broadcasting Union. 7 countries participating, and they were each allowed 2 songs. Both Luxembourg and the winner, Switzerland, used the same singer for both songs. Well, for both. Switzerland won with Refrain by Liz Assia, A-S-S-I-A. Now, in 1962, Elvis Presley sitting in the #1 spot over in the UK singles charts with Good Luck Charm, his 11th UK #1 single. It completed his second hat trick of the chart-topping singles in the UK. Now going from 60s to 2 to 3, the Beatles recorded the first of their very own BBC radio program. It was called Pop Go the Beatles. The theme song for the program was a version of Pop Goes the Weasel. The Beatles guests for their first show were the Lorne Green Trio. Now, we're going to jump into the 70s. 74 in this date saw David Bowie releasing his 8th studio album, Diamond Dogs. The cover art features Bowie as a striking half-man, half-dog grotesque, painted by Belgian art Guy Piot. It was controversial as the full painting clearly showed the hybrid's genitalia. Oh, boy. And, you know, that's pretty, it's kind of cute. News of the, whoa. A traveler on a highway through the Rocky Mountains in Canada capturing video of a very unusual local resident. A white grizzly bear. Yeah. Kara Clarkson saying she and her family were traveling the Trans-Canadian Highway. They were over in Banff National Park. They spotted this white bear and its darker colored siblings. Clarkson captured video that was posted to Facebook by the Rimrock Resort Hotel, where she works as Director of Operations. Now, Parks Canada officials say that they have been aware of a white grizzly bear living in the area since 2017. However, Clarkson, the first to actually capture video of the unusual animal. Experts stating the grizzly bear is not albino, rather has a recessive gene which causes its fur to grow in white. They said the condition, extremely rare in grizzlies. Okay. Little Jumbo. It's called Tokyo Ghoul. would have kept that, but that tune is slow. Sorry, slow's got to go. We don't do slow on the show. How about Poison Pin Letter? That tune, Poison Pin Letter. This one, Mutated Beings. It's after 2 o'clock, so we have less than 20 minutes of me on the air. right, this is 2020 from Michael James Greco. Stop that. I'm going to go over. I have echopraxia. Austin Woodward. This is where I get off. Let's go a little Sojourn. That was Sojourn. Now, Austin. Let's go Shark Tooth. All right, that was Shark Tooth. Austin Woodward with Adam Griffith. This is where I get off. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it.
Nobody's better than me, 'cause I know better than them. Big shot Mahoney won't run, he's top Armageddon. And I saw that I don't wanna see, gonna find the burning bush. Set my people free, set my people free. Send an army up country, set my people free. This is where I get off, this is my stop.
All right, everybody, again, I am the Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic. Thank you very much for hanging out with me on this beautiful SunDaze edition. It's 2:22 out there. Go enjoy. Go up. Go outside the rest of the afternoon. Seriously. Get in the sun. It's a good thing. I'll see you all in the morning. See you, Facebookers.